The sun bleeds red across a desolate landscape. Jacob Thornton, 40s, weathered and lean, struggles to secure his meager barn against howling winds. His clothes are patched, his face etched with hardship. Jacob, muttering to himself, just need to get through the season. Just one more season. Thunder cracks. Rain begins to pour in sheets. Jacob squints into the darkness and freezes. Two figures stumble through the storm toward his property. Enormous women, clearly Apache, their traditional dress soaked and torn. These are Nizhoni, 28, and Ayita, 26, both well over 6 feet tall, powerfully built. Nizhoni clutches her side, bleeding. Ayita supports her sister, her face fierce despite exhaustion. Jacob, to himself, Lord help me. He hesitates only a moment before running toward them. Jacob, shouting over the storm, you're hurt. Come inside. Ayita, defensive, in English, we need no help from white man. Nizhoni, weakening, in Apache, subtitled, sister, I cannot go further. She collapses. Jacob catches her with visible strain. She's massive compared to him. Jacob, ma'am, I don't know what happened to you, but you'll die out here. Both of you. Let me help. Ayita stares at him, calculating. Finally, she nods curtly. The cabin is sparse. A single room with a wood stove, a cot, a table. Everything speaks of poverty. Jacob lays Nizhoni on his only bed. Ayita stands guard, watching his every move. Jacob, removing supplies from a small box, gunshot wound. Who did this? Ayita, you know who. Your people. Jacob's jaw tightens, but he doesn't argue. He begins cleaning the wound. Jacob, I'm going to need to remove the bullet. This will hurt. Nizhoni, in English, strained, do it. Jacob works carefully, hands steady despite the tension. Ayita watches, gradually noting his gentleness, his skill. Jacob, working, I served as a medic. Union Army. Saw too many men die from infected wounds. Clean is what matters. Ayita, suspiciously, you fought to free the black slaves? Jacob, I fought because it was right. Doesn't seem like freedom reached everyone it should have. Ayita's expression shifts slightly, not trust, but consideration. Jacob, finishing, she'll need rest. Food. Both of you do. I don't have much, but he moves to the stove, begins preparing a thin stew from what little he has. Ayita, why'd you help us? Your neighbors would kill us. You too, for helping. Jacob, stirring the pot, maybe. But I've got a daughter. About your age, I'd guess. Haven't seen her in 3 years. She's back east with her mother. They left when things got hard here. He pauses. Jacob continued. I'd hope if she was hurt and alone, someone would help her, even if she looked different than them. Silence. Nizhoni opens her eyes slightly, watching him. Nizhoni, weakly, you are, not like the others. Jacob, I'm not really like anyone, ma'am. That's probably my problem. The storm has passed. The landscape glitters with rain. Jacob exits his cabin with a bucket, heading to his well. He notices the barn door is open. Inside, Ayita has already fed his horses and mended a broken fence rail with impressive skill. Jacob, surprised, you didn't need to. Ayita, we do not take without giving. My sister will live? Jacob, if the wound stays clean, yes. She's strong. Both of you are. Ayita, a hint of pride, we are daughters of Chief Naiche. Warriors in our own right. The blue coats attacked our camp. We were hunting, returned to find our people scattered. We've been tracking them for 2 days. Jacob, concerned, the army's been pushing east for weeks. There's talk they're trying to force everyone onto the reservation at San Carlos. Ayita, fierce, we will never go to that place. It is a death camp. Jacob nods slowly. Jacob, I've heard stories. I believe you. A sound in the distance. Horses, many of them. Both freeze. Ayita, our people. Jacob, or the army. Ayita sprints toward the cabin. Jacob follows. 20 Apache warriors on horseback Saru. Their head is Chief Naiche, 50s. Powerful and commanding. His face a mask of controlled fury. Jacob stands on his porch, unarmed, hands visible. Ayita emerges, supporting Nizhoni. Ayita in Apache, subtitled Father. We are here. Naiche's expression breaks with relief. He dismounts swiftly, striding to his daughters. The warriors keep their weapons trained on Jacob. Naiche and Apache, subtitled My Daughters. Thank the spirits. We tracked you for miles. Who hurt you? Nizhoni and Apache, subtitled The Blue Coats. But this man saved us. He gave us shelter, healed my wound, shared his food. Naiche turns to Jacob, studying him with penetrating eyes. The chief walks slowly toward the porch. Naiche, in English, you helped them. Why? Jacob, because they needed help. Naiche, you risk much. If the army learns you sheltered Apache warriors, they will hang you. Jacob, simply. Then I'll be hung doing the right thing. Long silence. The warriors exchange glances. Naiche continues studying Jacob, his threadbare clothes, his thin frame, the poverty evident in every aspect of the ranch. Naiche, you are poor. Your land is dying. Your cattle few. Yet you fed my daughters from your own mouth. Jacob, a man's wealth isn't in his cattle, chief. It's in what he does when no one's watching. Naiche's eyes narrow. Then something shifts, a decision made. Naiche to his warriors, in Apache, subtitled, Lower your weapons. The warriors comply. Naiche extends his hand to Jacob, not a handshake, but a gesture of greeting in Apache tradition. Naiche, in English, I am Naiche, son of Cochise. These are my daughters, Nizhoni and Ayita. They say you are a man of honor. Jacob, accepting the gesture, Jacob Thornton, sir. I'm just a man trying to survive. Naiche, you saved the lives of my daughters. By our law, I am in your debt. A debt that must be paid. Jacob, no debt, chief. I ask nothing. Naiche, raising a hand, nevertheless, it exists. Tell me, Jacob Thornton, what is killing your land? Jacob, hesitant, the drought. My well's running dry. Without water for the cattle, I'll lose everything. But that's not your concern. Naiche, come. Naiche walks the land with Jacob, examining the terrain. His warriors fan out, reading the earth with practiced eyes. Naiche, there. He points to a depression in the landscape about 200 yards from the house. Naiche continued, water runs beneath this land. Deep but strong. Our people have known these paths for 1,000 years. Your fathers forgot to listen to the earth. Jacob, amazed, there's water there? I never knew. Naiche, the earth teaches those who listen. Tomorrow, at dawn, we will dig. My warriors will help you find the spring. Jacob, chief, I can't ask you to. Naiche, firm, you do not ask. I give. But there's more. Naiche turns to face Jacob directly. Naiche continued, my people scatter. The army hunts us. Soon, we will be forced to choose, fight until we are destroyed, or surrender to the reservation. Either way, our time on this land is ending. His voice carries deep sadness. Naiche continued, my daughters are warriors, but they are also women of great value. In our tradition, when a man saves a life, he is bound to that life, and that life to him. Jacob, confused, I don't understand. Nizhoni, stepping forward, our father offers you a choice. A shocking decision, as you whites would say. Ayita, beside her sister, we wish to stay with you, to help you rebuild this land, to live free, not on a reservation. Jacob, stunned, stay? Here. But, Naiche, if you accept, they become your family, your protectors, your partners in this land. In return, you protect them from the army. You give them a place where they can live as free women. Jacob, the army comes through here. My neighbors already think I'm strange. If 2 Apache women are living here, Nizhoni, we can be your cousins from the south. Many Mexicans have Apache blood. We speak Spanish. We can pass. Ayita, we are strong. We can work this land. Hunt. Build. We know this desert in ways you never will. Jacob, overwhelmed, this is... I don't know what to say. Naiche, say what is in your heart. Jacob Thornton. Jacob looks at the 2 women, powerful, proud, fierce. Then at his dying ranch. Then back to Naiche. Jacob, I'd be honored. But I want to be clear. This would be a partnership. Not servitude. Not anything but equals working together. Is that acceptable? Nizhoni and Ayita exchange a look. Then both nod. Nizhoni, acceptable. Naiche, satisfied, then it is done. Tomorrow we dig the well. Then my warriors, and I must leave. But my daughters will remain, carrying our people's spirit on free land. Apache warriors and Jacob dig, revealing a powerful underground spring. Water flows. Naiche and his band depart at dawn. Emotional farewells between the chief and his daughters. Nizhoni and Ayita in modified dress, blending Apache and Mexican styles. They work the land with incredible efficiency. Jacob teaching the sisters about cattle. The sisters teaching Jacob about native plants, tracking, sustainable practices. The three working together to repair the barn, build new fences, expand the ranch. A neighbor, Caleb Morse, 50s, rides up suspicious. Ayita speaks to him in Spanish, claiming to be Jacob's cousin from Chihuahua. He leaves, unconvinced but uncertain. Crops growing, cattle multiplying, the ranch transforming. The property is unrecognizable, thriving. Jacob sits on the porch with Nizhoni and Ayita. They share a simple meal, comfortable in each other's presence. We're not breaking any laws. Ayita, your neighbors, Nizhoni, the law and justice, Jacob, are not always the same thing. Jacob, thoughtful, my daughter wrote back. She's coming to visit next month. The sisters exchange glances. Ayita, you are nervous. Jacob, I want her to see this place can be a home again. I want her to meet you both. Nizhoni, gently. And you fear she will not understand. Jacob, she left because times were hard. Because I was failing. Now we're succeeding, but it's complicated. Ayita, life is always complicated. The question is whether you live it with honor. In the distance, a rider approaches fast. All three stand alert. Jacob, that's Sheriff Dawson. Nizhoni, quiet inside. Jacob, no. We stand together. Sheriff Dawson, 60s, weathered and pragmatic, rides up and dismounts. Sheriff Dawson, evening. Jacob. Ladies. Jacob, Sheriff. Sheriff Dawson, I'll be straight with you. Got a report from Morse. Says you're harboring Apache fugitives. Jacob, these are my cousins, Nizhoni and Ayita Cortez. From Mexico. They came to help me work the ranch. Sheriff Dawson, studying the sisters, that's so? You speak English? Nizhoni, with a subtle accent, si, senor. Our mother teach us. We are from Chihuahua. Sheriff Dawson, mighty tall for Mexican women. Ayita, our father was a tall man. We are blessed with his strength. The sheriff walks around, looking at the ranch. Sheriff Dawson, place looks good, Jacob. Real good. Heard you found water. Jacob got lucky. Hit a spring. Sheriff Dawson, lucky indeed. He turns back, eyes sharp. Sheriff Dawson, continued Jacob, I've known you 5 years. You're a decent man. These times, they're hard. Armies pushing Apache onto reservations. Anyone caught helping fugitives. Jacob, these are my family, Sheriff. Legal immigrants helping with my ranch. Sheriff Dawson, family. Right. Long pause. The sheriff sighs. Sheriff Dawson, continued. Then I suppose there's nothing more to discuss. You folks have a good evening. He mounts his horse. Sheriff Dawson, quietly, to Jacob. Keep your heads down, Jacob. I can only look the other way so long. He rides off. The three exhale together. Jacob, that was close. Nizhoni, he knew. Ayita, but he chose not to see. There are good men, even among your people. Jacob, for now. But Sheriff's right, we need to be careful. A carriage arrives. Sarah Thornton, 22, Jacob's daughter, steps out, fashionable, educated, clearly from the East. She freezes seeing her father's transformed property. Sarah, father? Is this really our ranch? Jacob, embracing her, Sarah. Welcome home. Nizhoni and Ayita approach, and Sarah's eyes widen. Jacob continued, Sarah, I'd like you to meet Nizhoni and Ayita. They've become family. Sarah, carefully, cousins, father mentioned? Nizhoni, extending her hand. We are grateful to meet you, Sarah. Your father speaks of you often. Sarah shakes hands, clearly trying to process. The cabin is expanded, comfortable. The four sit for dinner, a feast by previous standards. Sarah, father, this is incredible. How did you manage all this? Jacob, I had help. Couldn't have done it without these two. Sarah, to Nizhoni and Ayita. Where did you learn such skills? Ayita, careful. In our homeland, women work alongside men. The desert teaches survival. Sarah, it's just, you're so different from anyone I've met. Nizhoni is different bad. Sarah, quickly, no. No, I didn't mean. It's just unexpected. Awkward silence. Jacob, Sarah, there's something you should know. Something true. Nizhoni, To Jacob, are you certain? Jacob, she deserves the truth. He turns to Sarah. Jacob continued, Nizhoni and Ayita aren't from Mexico. They're Apache, daughters of Chief Naiche. They came here hurt, fleeing the army. I helped them, and they helped me. They gave me back my life. Sarah, standing, shocked. Apache? Father, are you insane? If anyone finds out, Ayita, we will leave. We will not put you in danger. Sarah, it's not about danger. It's about. She struggles, then sinks back down. Sarah continued, when I was a girl, the army came through. They told us stories about Apache raids. Settlers killed, children taken. I was terrified. Nizhoni, quietly. And we were told stories of white settlers, of our people murdered, our children taken to boarding schools, to have their spirits broken, our land stolen. Both stories are true, Sarah, and both are only parts of a larger truth. Sarah, which is, Jacob, that we're all just people trying to survive, and we can choose to do it together, or keep killing each other until there's nothing left. Sarah looks at her father, then at the two women. Sarah, slowly, you saved my father's life. Nizhoni, he saved ours first. Sarah, and now your family. Ayita, if you will have us. Sarah considers, then extends her hand across the table. Sarah, then I suppose you're my family too. I won't pretend to understand all of this yet, but I'll try. Nizhoni takes her hand. Then Ayita. Jacob smiles. The ranch is now prosperous. Cattle graze. Crops flourish. Jacob, Sarah, Nizhoni, and Ayita work side by side. Jacob, Vio, that's how it began. A storm, a choice, and a chief's shocking decision. Nizhoni and Ayita stayed for 3 years. They taught us everything. How to read the land. How to live with the desert instead of against it. The family gathers for a meal outdoors. Laughter. Easy companionship. Jacob, Vio, continued. Sarah stayed too. Met a man from the next county. They built their own place, not 5 miles from here. When Nizhoni and Ayita finally left, it was their choice. They'd heard their father was moving his remaining people to new lands, trying to negotiate peace. They wanted to be with him. Jacob, Sarah, and others from the community escort Nizhoni and Ayita on horseback. Emotional farewells. Jacob, Vio, we said goodbye not as strangers from different worlds, but as family. Nizhoni and Ayita ride off. They pause on a ridge, looking back. Wave. Then disappear into the landscape. Jacob, Vio, continued, I never saw them again. But the ranch they helped build is still in our family. The spring still flows. And sometimes, on quiet nights, I swear I can hear them laughing in the desert wind. This story is fictional, but inspired by the complex history of Apache settler relations in the American Southwest. While many conflicts were tragic and violent, there were also moments of unexpected humanity, kindness across divides, and individuals who chose honor over prejudice.